Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Final Whistle podcast with Easton Herndon. Today we have a guest that some of you may know. He's like a brother to me, my cousin, Tyler Rouse. He's a preneeds specialist here at Moments Funeral Home. He's also now a full-time husband. First question I have is, Tyler, when are you going to move out of your parents' house?
I don't live at my parents' house. Me and my wife right now live in an apartment in Mobile, but as of this recording, we are working on getting a trailer moved to our property, and hopefully by next week we'll be moved in there, back a Lucedale resident full time. Ridiculous.
That was my first
Ridiculous.
question. It took me a while to think about that.
Oh, I bet it did.
You like baseball?
Absolutely.
Of course you do.
You know,
I think that's kind of a family tradition with all of us.
Pretty much.
And you do like the Braves.
Absolutely. Die hard. They're in my veins. You say as if you don't like the Braves as well.
I do, but not that die hard about
Not
the
that
Braves.
die hard. Well, right now they're not anything to really be die hard about, are they?
No, they suck.
They're pretty bad right now. But as a die hard fan, you got to be hopeful.
You're hopeful all
I'm
the
hopeful.
time.
They'll pull it around. They got it.
Maybe they will. What really got you started on liking the Braves?
Well, my dad always was a Braves fan growing up, and we played baseball. Me and Chase, my brother, both played baseball growing up, and watching Braves baseball was something that we did as a family. Dad watched it religiously every night, so it was always on. And I don't think it was until I finished high school, or maybe it was toward the end of high school, that I really started to like watching the Braves baseball, and I was ready for every season, keeping up with the players and things. It was almost like the more, or really the less that I played, the more that I enjoyed watching and keeping up with them. And maybe it was just a statistical thing that I liked the most, because I was in college and I was doing statistics and business classing and things like that. The numbers aspect, I really kind of pulled me back towards the game of baseball. A lot of people think it's boring, but I think the numbers aspect pulled me back into it, and I just really started to follow along with them, and not just with them, but like the players and their lives and their outreach and stuff, and really started connecting with them a lot more.
Speaking of playing baseball, obviously grew up playing baseball, but you did run track.
I did, yes.
You did track in high school.
I did do track.
And you were pretty good.
I wasn't bad. I don't think I was bad. I definitely am better. I was better than I would be now. Yeah. That was 60 pounds ago.
You didn't have to say that. You don't have to let people know that.
That was 60 pounds ago. I think I was 190 pounds in high school, and I was a lot faster then. Obviously, I didn't really do the sprint stuff. I was more in the long distance type of running, 5Ks and things. But I did enjoy track and cross country in high school. It was more like the athletic version of NASCAR.
I don't like NASCAR.
Not a NASCAR guy?
No.
I really don't think I've ever sat down and watched a NASCAR race.
No, they're 4 hours.
I think they break it up into little sections, though.
No, they go the full 500 laps.
They just do the whole thing all in one.
Yes.
I don't see how that's.
They start and they go 500 times around this track.
500 laps.
And it's pretty much like whoever's in the front in the first 30 seconds, they won. You're just going around.
That's why IndyCar is different. I like that type of
F1.
Yeah, F1.
Yeah, they're
little,
yeah.
They go different tracks. It's not just a circle.
Yeah, it's not just
a little bit more complex, I think. Plus, their cars look cooler.
Yeah, their cars do look cooler. Outside of track and baseball, what other kind of sports and recreational activities did you participate in when you were growing up?
Well, sports, was a big one. I was in the band in high school. I did marching band out on the football field. At first, it was a way just to get free football tickets. They'll let you go in for free if you're in the band. But I enjoyed marching band and the aspect of going through that. I'm sure you have a picture of me somewhere in my get up, my uniform. That was
There's
again
one on
60
fridge.
Oh man, on her fridge.
Every time I go in there for snacks, I see
we need to update those. Those have gotten a little behind the
She ain't
times.
got no pictures of me.
She's got plenty of pictures of you.
No, it's you and Chase and Hadley. She just skipped me.
Well,
there's nothing.
Haters gonna hate, bro.
There's a picture of Chase and his wife, There's a picture of you. There's a picture of Hadley. There's no pictures of me anywhere.
There's multiple pictures of Hadley. Let's be honest here.
Yeah, there's a bunch of pictures.
There's a bunch of pictures.
Hadley's everywhere. But so band. Now I know you told me the story a million times, but when you went to Jones, you played for the Cookie Monsters. You played all kinds of stuff for them.
So when I was at Jones is when I really got into intramural sports. The objective of getting together with some of your friends, making a team, and going to play against other teams and stuff. So I did do that, as well as, obviously softball. But it wasn't until I got to Mississippi State that I met the guys that we call the Cookie Monsters.
Yeah.
And that was a dominant force there. The Cookie Monsters were. It was a group of guys that were just all around athletes, and we participated in every single sport. We would do, softball, volleyball, basketball, football, even sports we had no business being in, soccer, badminton, things like that. Sports we had no business being in. You had to be the face of the franchise. You had to put your name out there. And we were the kind of team where other teams hated to see our jerseys rolling up. They knew we were business. We were just dominant athletes, the peak male physique.
Yeah, I've seen some of the people that were on the Cookie Monsters. They are very, very athletic looking people.
That was a great thing for college to be able to do and get a group together, guys like that.
So obviously you work at the funeral home now full time. But before that, I know you worked at a Mexican restaurant, multiple Mexican restaurants.
That I did. A lot of people know me around Lucedale as the guy that worked at the Mexican restaurant when I was in high school. That's where I really started at. It was a little summer job or weekend job I had. Give me some gas money when I was in high school. And then when I moved to Starkville, going to Mississippi State, I already had the skills from down here. So I just started being a waiter up there at the Mexican restaurant. So I think overall I probably have 5 or 6 years experience in a Mexican restaurant.
Dude, I remember when you told me we were sitting and eating Mexican one day, and I was eating the chips like nothing else. Like I would eat like baskets of them by myself. And he's like, those come out of a trash can, right? And I think that kind of cut my chip eating down a lot.
Well, it wasn't necessarily a trash can as much as it was the bin that they used to store the chips in.
I know.
Looked like a trash can.
I know now, but you did say, those come out of a trash can.
Well, it helped you out, though. Got you off your chip eating.
It threw me off a lot. Now, what originally got you to start working at the funeral home?
Well, obviously, your mom, Joy, that's my aunt, my mom's sister. So the family business there, it was an aspect of an additional summer job to help pay for gas or just going to college and stuff. And so I started off just being a funeral assistant. And originally it wasn't my goal to be in the funeral home full time. Originally I planned on going out there to the quail farm and getting that pumped back up to what it used to be. But the funeral industry, it really pulled me back in the aspect of when I started, my mindset was that it was always going to be sad. And I didn't know if I could be around an environment that was always sad. But it took some realization to know that, yes, it's sad at times, but that sadness is going to be here regardless of if I'm here or not. So the fact that I get to wake up in the morning and come to work and get paid to help people get through one of the most hardest times of their life, it really brought that aspect back into, the community service aspect of it. And my role as, the pre-need side of things helps me sit down with, families and help them plan out something to where it's not as hard for times of, and that mindset of knowing that I'm here to help. And I say that, I think, more than I say anything else here is, my name is Tyler, I'm here to help. I think that really pulled me back into it. So that's why I decided that, career-wise, this is where I think God was calling me to be.
You said that, now you do pre-needs. You're a pre-needs specialist.
Yes.
What is that like? Like, because I feel like it's got to be weird being like, all right, you're going to be buried in this casket, right?
Well, it's not for everybody. Pre-arrangements isn't. You'll see the different types of people that have different mindsets about it. They might want to, just go over a few details. They might want to do every detail. But it's mainly, they know that if they don't do anything about it, that weight gets put on their family. That financial burden gets put on the family. They know that. we all know that we're promised there's a time to be born and there's a time to die. So we know that that time's coming for all of us. So sitting down and helping people go over not just the financial aspects of it, which is it's a huge portion, the financial side, but the smaller details. Some families come in and they are grieving because of a loss of a loved one. Now they're having to decide little details such as clothing and caskets and music and all the details that come with planning a funeral, and the ability to pull out a folder, a file, and say, look, I sat down personally with your loved one and these were the decisions they made so you didn't have to. Immediately you see the relief on their family's face knowing that they don't have to make those decisions. And it means more knowing that they picked it out. It doesn't matter what the casket looks like or what the clothes look like. Knowing that mom or dad or brother or sister or son or daughter chose those means more than anything they could ever pick out will ever be. But I can see the side of things. You do have people that come in and they're iffy about it. You know, they don't want to look at caskets. They don't want to talk about the cemetery plot. And that's fine. You don't have to go into all those details. We customize everything to where if you're comfortable doing it, we can look at it. We can look at just a little bit of the details. We can look at all of it. Every little bit helps, though. So knowing and really being able to conform to each person's mentality really helps the pre-need side of things go to pre-plan the time that we know is inevitable.
I think it's a really good way of looking at it because it's going to happen regardless. I don't really think I'm going to worry about it, though. Like,
not yet. Not going to look into it just yet.
Nah, not yet. But I don't know. I don't care how they do it.
I mean, I guess you can understand that. But the main financial part about it is where pre-planning comes in is the fact that by pre-planning and you know, setting up the financial side of things, you lock in that price. Yeah. So we all know, unfortunately, the way inflation works, pricing is going to continue to go up. We've seen that over the past 20 years, funeral pricing has doubled since what it used to be. And so we can only expect it to increase from here on out. So the ability to lock that price in, yeah, your family's going to have access to your funds. You're not going to need them anymore. But the ability to lock in the price means the funds that you still have left over, they don't have to use that for funeral arrangements. They can use that for other things, and it can benefit them. You not really as much. You know, the younger side of people don't really have to worry about it too much. We all know we have a time to go, and we're never promised tomorrow. We know that anything could ever happen, but, you know, older side of parents and grandparents, they have families that, you know, rely on them to help them in different ways. So the ability to have funds left behind for them to not just move on, but to continue living their lives successfully, the idea of generational wealth. You want to continue to provide for your family even after you're no longer here.
Yeah, I feel like that's a good way of looking at it, for sure. And on a lighter note, we see you got a new little piece of jewelry there.
I do.
You did recently get married to Cassie. She's awesome.
She's great, isn't she?
She's pretty cool.
And she does awesome?
She's pretty cool.
Okay.
She's pretty cool. But, you know, you went on a little trip after to Colorado.
My honeymoon, yes.
To Colorado. What's Colorado like?
The weather over there, you think South Mississippi's weather is unpredictable? Colorado weather is so unpredictable. Yeah. You wake up in the morning and you check the weather and it says it's 65 degrees. So you're like, okay, it's a little chilly. I need a jacket. And you walk outside and the elevation is so high, you're closer to the sun beaming down on you is hot. Yeah. So you take your jacket off because you don't need it, even though it's 65. And then an hour later, it starts raining, and that rain is cold. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, it starts to snow, and now you have a half inch of snow. And so you think the weather in Mississippi's bad. Colorado's weather is pretty rough. But Colorado itself is nice. If you haven't been, but it needs to be on your bucket list to go and spend some time in Colorado. Those mountains, the Smoky Mountains are cool. They're close by, but the Rocky Mountains are something like you've never seen before. It's amazing over there. Yeah.
And you went and watched a baseball game, the
I did.
Rockies.
I caught the Rockies and the Yankees there at Coors Field. It was okay. I mean, I'm not a fan of either of the teams. I like to go to all the stadiums. I've been to, I think, almost now half the major league stadiums. Mm-hmm. So I do like to go, and I watched a little bit of it, and eventually I told you the weather's unpredictable.
Yeah.
It started raining. We got rained out.
Said you're not a fan of either of the teams.
I don't know if I'd say I'm a fan of either of the teams.
Me and you literally went and watched a Yankees game.
Yeah, but that was for you. We went to the Yankees for you.
Yankees versus Houston.
I mean, I'm not going to say I'm a fan of the Yankees, but Aaron Judge is cool to watch.
Aaron Judge is very cool.
He is somebody that our grandkids are going to be like, oh, you grew up around Aaron Judge? Yeah. He's a unit.
Aaron Judge is very cool to watch.
He's a unit.
If you remember, who pitched for the Yankees that game?
You know, I do not know. I don't even know who pitched. It was I think it was like, I honestly think it was just like a nobody. Yeah, I'll look it up who pitched. I know that a guy that plays for the Rockies, Cassie went to high school with. He started that game. He was in the outfield. I think he played center field. So that was pretty cool.
Will Warren.
See, I don't know who that is. It's no disrespect. No disrespect to Mr. Will Warren, but I don't really keep up with his stats too close by. Congratulations for him though, pitching for the Yankees.
4.86 ERA.
That's awful.
34 ER. 14 games pitched.
What's his record?
He's 4-3.
Trash.
Oh, that was 2025. This year.
Yeah.
But overall, he has 20 games, 4-6. 4 wins, 6 losses. Yeah, it always sucks.
So the Yankees are like, we're going against the Rockies, who are really bad. Let's just put these guys in there.
Let's just put this guy in so
let's save our better guys for later on.
So you can say you got some play time.
But you'll still take him on your podcast though.
I would take him on
Mr. Warren, you can come be on the podcast.
Can come on.
Come defend yourself.
I remember when we went. We watched Jose Altuve hit that rocket, and then everybody was yelling happy when they would try to hit him in the head.
Oh man, yeah, the Astros are not historically a team that a lot of people really do care about too much, unless you're a fan. But
especially
yeah, we got to go to after their cheating stuff. But we got to go to New York.
Yeah, we did.
That was a good trip. We took a weekend trip to New York. I think we flew out on a Friday night and flew back in Sunday morning.
Yeah, it was my first day of high school. I had my first day of high school and then flew to New York. And then stayed like the weekend.
Yeah, because it was a weird week. I think high school started on a Friday.
Yeah,
you had to go on a Friday for some reason. And then we flew out to New York, spent a weekend in New York, and came back and started.
That cheesecake at that place.
That cheesecake was pretty good. They're famous for a lot of different things. There's a reason it's called New York cheesecake. Yeah. They had that locked down.
To be fair, I did get the sugar-free cheesecake.
I still can't believe you did
that. But it was good. It was good. And I had like the country fried chicken. That was pretty good. Times Square was not as cool as I thought it would be.
Yeah, the pictures make it look a lot better. Yeah. You take all those people out. There's way too many people in New York for me. I like the small town living. Dude.
We would like walk, and then there would just be a circle and one guy in the middle doing something crazy for
playing drums on like buckets or something.
Or the guy that had the two like mannequins in front of him and they were all dancing.
Those street performers, yeah, that's their livelihood. They go out and they try to perform. To me, it was weird. All the people dressed up in costumes.
Oh yeah, like the American flag ladies.
Oh man, man. Or like the people dressed like Elmo and the Cookie Monster stuff. They come up to you and they try to take a picture and then they want you to pay them.
Yeah, like don't tell me, hey, you want a picture? And then I take a picture, I want $5. I'm not paying you $5 for a picture.
But you know me, I always go to New York just to meet Elmo.
Yeah. I went to New York to meet Elmo. And we went and looked at all kinds of stuff. We didn't go to the Statue of Liberty. We saw it.
It was far away.
We saw it.
You had to catch the boat to go to the Statue of Liberty, but we should. Next trip we will. Next trip we'll go. We did get to see the Empire State Building.
Yeah.
And we got to spend some time at the 9/11 Memorial.
Yeah, we did.
That was interesting.
That was
we walked a whole bunch. I don't even remember how many steps we walked.
We got a lot of steps in. We saw the stock market bull.
Oh yeah, the stock market bull. Kind of walked past that street.
Yeah.
We should have went in and see what they was up to. Probably nothing.
In there.
Probably a scam.
Yeah, probably. I want to go in there and like unplug all the stuff.
Just go unplug your computer and run away.
Unplug their Wi-Fi.
Their Wi-Fi. Easton Herndon single-handedly causes the 2025 stock market crash.
Because I unplugged there. I had to charge my phone.
I had to charge my phone, so I unplugged the stock market. That's the new title of your next video. I had to charge my phone, so I crashed the stock market.
Crashed the stock market. We saw the Empire State Building, like you said. I'm trying to think of what else we did.
We did a lot of things. We went to Times Square. We got to ride bikes. We went to Times Square. We also got to ride bikes around Central Park.
We went around the whole thing.
We rode the entirety of Central Park. I thought Central Park was like a little smaller thing. It's huge.
It's giant.
It's so big. I was not expecting that. A bunch of people out enjoying the day, though. That was cool.
And I bought that skateboard.
You did buy a skateboard. I don't know why. I tried to convince you not to buy a skateboard.
And it was
you bought a
a
skateboard.
nuisance. And I wanted to throw it away, but I spent a lot of money on it. I still have that skateboard to this day.
That's like a epitome of our relationship is me telling you shouldn't do something, you doing it anyways, and then regretting it for the time to come.
Yeah, for a little bit. I still don't know how to ride a skateboard, but I have it, and I can say I have a genuine New York skateboard.
I guess.
And then
you think they made that
and then
skateboard in New York?
We rode
The subways were cool.
See that big old rat?
I hate rats.
Dude,
I cannot
that
stand
was
them.
like this big.
It's so big. I don't understand what
We
they're
saw
feeding
some
them.
crazy people on the subway.
We did.
I remember the guy that was just,
They just sleep
the
on the
whole
subway
time.
the whole time.
The
The
whole
New York
time.
subway was an experience.
I still have my Metro card.
Oh yeah, I forgot we had to get a Metro card. Yeah,
you
you had
have
to.
my Metro card.
Well, if you
in
ever
my
go back,
wallet.
you might have a couple cents on there you can use for a quarter of a train ride.
It starts. All right, you gotta get off. The subway was kind of like one of my favorite parts. I'm not gonna lie. It was pretty cool.
The subway was
like-
interesting.
You watch in movies, people get catching the subway, and then you finally get to get on one. It was all right,
We should have called a taxi.
dude.
Should have called a taxi.
We rode
for it.
Ubers.
Uber's the way to go though,
Yes, dude. That first Uber we had, like the night that we got off on at,
because we flew into New Jersey. We
yeah.
had to Uber from New Jersey to New York City.
Yeah. That first guy, he was so cool. And then we were asking him about the place that we were staying. He was like, it's not too safe.
It's not too safe. Don't go outside.
Yeah, no, bro, you couldn't. Like, I sell this story all the time, but it was when we were walking back from the Yankees game, and you were like, "Hey, don't talk to anybody. Just like keep your head down." And
We're
I
in the
looked-
Bronx.
We were, and I looked to my left, and there's a drug addicted man literally pinning himself with drugs. And I was like, "Oh my god."
No shame in New York. No shame.
No, they don't, dude. They just be sleeping on the side. It's sad. It's a sad situation, but no, it's the New York was a good experience though. I think we need to go to like I think we need to go somewhere crazy next.
I want to go to Texas. I don't know if that's too crazy or not.
I've been
for
to
you, but
Texas.
Texas.
Yeah, I killed that deer.
Yeah, you did. You went hunting in Texas. You
Yeah.
and your dad.
Texas was cool. Texas is cool as crap.
We definitely don't want to go to Los Angeles right now.
No, I don't
stay
wanna
away
go
from
to
Los
LA, bro.
Angeles.
I don't want to get shot with a rubber bullet.
Yeah, just stay away from that whole scene right there.
Yeah, dude, we should go to what is that place I told you we need to go to, and you said absolutely not. It was to watch some kind of rugby. I said we need to go to Australia.
Go to Australia and watch a
And
rugby match.
Rugby
No, you
game.
can't go to Australia because everything there could kill you. Around here, you're like, oh, look, it's a little spider, or it's a mosquito, or it's a snake. Around there, it's like, yeah, that's a love bug. They do cause paralysis or something like
it's
that.
It's like, hey,
Australia's so
what's that little
dangerous.
black spider? Yeah, that little black spider killed 47 people in the past week.
Yeah.
All
It's,
kinds of stuff.
and the people over there just embrace it. They just walk around barefoot. I don't
Yeah.
think the people in Australia own
They don't-
shoes.
They don't care.
They're just in with nature.
Or like, we should go to China.
I think China would be cool to go see like the Great Wall.
Yeah. Dude. I want to walk on the Great Wall. Or like Brazil.
We rode all the way around Central Park. We need to walk the entirety of the Great Wall of
Yeah,
China.
that'll take 7 years.
How many miles is it?
It's huge.
How many miles is the Great Wall of China?
It's 13,000 something feet.
Yeah, 13,000 feet.
13,171 miles.
We can do that in a day. Bring your skateboard.
Yeah, I should. I would like to go to Brazil though, like the Christ the Redeemer. You know what I'm talking about? And they,
Yeah,
like,
I know
go
what
up
you're talking
in it.
about. Yeah, to see that kind of stuff. It'd be cool. I love to travel. I've got to be a lot of different places, but there's a lot of places still I haven't got to see.
I feel like it'd be really cool to like go watch a soccer game, even though like I don't play soccer, but
Let's
like,
go watch that in Italy. Let's go to Italy and watch a soccer game.
Italy. I wouldn't want to go to like England or nothing. Them people are jerks. I don't know. After I watched Paddington, I wanted to go to England so
The
bad.
Bear?
Yes. You never watched Paddington?
No.
Paddington's good. Paddington's very good. You've never seen Paddington?
I've never seen Paddington. What is that even about?
It's about a bear from Peru,
A bear from Peru.
and his forest is getting cut down, and they put him on a boat, and he ends up in like the UK. I don't know if I can. He ends up like in the UK.
Oh, I think I've seen him before. I've
Yeah.
seen pictures and stuff.
He ends up in like the UK, and a family adopts him. But England just looks so cool.
Yeah, I'd like to see like the Big Ben
Yeah.
That's in England, right?
Yeah.
The big old clock.
The UK, England's the same thing. That would be pretty cool.
Pretty sure England is in the UK, right?
I want to go meet the Queen. Wait, she's dead. Isn't she?
Oh my goodness! You meet the king. I don't
He's
think
not
he
cool.
takes like appointments though.
He's not as cool.
He's not as cool as the queen.
Dude, do you think you walk up to that castle they have and be like, hey, I got to see the king?
Let me see. Yeah, I'm here to see the king.
I got to talk to
I don't think it works that way.
Those guards will like kill you, dude.
Isn't that their point? To guard the king?
Yes, but they're like a little too strict on it.
What about the Pope? You want to go see the Pope? We
Yeah,
got
Pope
a
Leo?
U.S. Pope now. Yeah, Pope Leo.
I wanted to see Pope Francis before he died. I miss Pope Francis.
You should have just started your travels 10 years ago then.
Should
'Cause
have.
you missed out on people
I
you
miss
wanted to
all
see
the people
then.
that are dead, bro. Like George Bush. No, he's still alive.
George Bush is not dead. George
Right.
Bush is still alive.
Let's see, Jimmy.
Are you just trying to think of people that are dead that you wanted to see?
Yeah. George Bush is still alive.
Who do you think would have been taller, me or Abraham Lincoln without his hat?
Abraham Lincoln. You do look like Abraham Lincoln.
I get that a lot.
You remind
Somebody
me of
told me at
Abraham.
Taco Bell drive-through one time that I look like Abraham Lincoln.
Taco Bell, bro.
They didn't give me any discounts either. It's
Dude.
ridiculous.
We went to talk about, like, you know how it closes at 1 a.m.?
Mm-hmm.
Mom and Dad got home at probably like 12:50. And I was mad because I didn't know they went to Taco Bell. And I wanted like a sugar-free Baja Blast. I was like, hey, I want a sugar-free Baja Blast. Mom was like, y'all can make it. So we got there at like 1. And the dude was like, hey, we're closed. And Dad was like, can we at least get some fries? And the dude offered us a big plate of the fries for free. He was like, I don't know.
So we need to start going to Taco Bell at 1 a.m.
At exactly 1
Exactly
a.m.
1 a.m.
And just get plate of
to
fries.
see if we can't get it. I bet they're not supposed to do that. So we
No,
probably.
you're not supposed to do that. That guy's probably gonna get fired now.
Well, you didn't tell him his name.
Jeremy.
You're done, Jeremy. That's it.
I don't know
Pack
what
your
his
bags,
name
Jeremy.
was.
Your life at Taco Bell is over.
Yeah. Golly. Taco Bell. What do you think it'd be like if you worked at Taco Bell?
I think it would be like working at Taco Bell. I think it would just be fast food. Fast food in general is, that's why I started at the Mexican restaurant, because I really just wanted to avoid fast food in general. It's a good place for high schoolers to work and get some experience, but
Yeah,
not for me.
If
Yeah,
you
no,
wasn't working here, where do you think you would work?
I think that, the Quail Farm was a good choice to get up and running, especially another family business to do. And I like the business aspect of that. But if you take that out of the equation, really anywhere that I could be like into marketing, I think
Yeah.
marketing would be cool. Dream job was always to work for, like the Braves or work for a major league
Yeah,
team
that'd be
and be
cool.
like their marketing guy. So like be in charge of like their social media
Oh, yeah.
or, help them with like ads and like that kind of thing. I think that's always cool to see.
That would be very cool. I think I want to fly a fighter jet.
Fly a fighter jet.
Not be in the Air Force. I just want to know how to fly one.
Oh, you just want to like privately have a fighter jet?
Steal one. And have one. And have one. And have one. Want to have one.
What do you do? I'm just a fighter jet pilot. Oh, you work for the
You're in the Air Force?
military? No, just private.
I just got one.
Privately contracted fighter jet pilot.
I just
Let me know how that goes for you.
I've got one.
I don't know if there's any need out there for privately owned fighter jet
Bunch
pilots.
of people in like suits and stuff pull up to my house. Like, hey, what's in your backyard? And it's just like sticking
My
out.
fighter jet pilot. You live in the suburbs. The wings are in your neighbor's yard.
I'll be like, hey, I'll pay you $30 a month just to let my right wing stick through your window.
Through your window is crazy.
All right. Well, we have had a good conversation. As we come to a close, kind of what I like to ask every one of my guests is, if this was your final whistle, kind of the final thing that you get to put out to everybody, what would you want to say?
I think I would say make an impact. I think that life is too short to spend your whole life just, fighting for a dollar. I've always said, don't let your place of employment or the place that you work consume your life. Use your place of employment to improve your life. You should always make sure that you're living life to the fullest and you're enjoying it. If you get the opportunity to travel and to see the world, but if that's not your thing, that's fine. But still make sure that you're using your life to fulfillment. And if anything else, make sure you're using your life to bring glory to God. Make sure that, when your time comes, they're not wondering what type of stuff they could include in your obituary. What type of words could they say to describe you? If they all draw a blank just because you've done nothing with your life, make sure that you spend your time on this planet to, better yourself, but to also enjoy life in the fullest, and to bring glory to God.
I think that's very good. Everybody, this was Tyler Rouse, a preneed specialist. If you're about to die, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter if you're about to pass away or not. Set up an appointment with him. Hit him up. He is married, but hit him up. Thank you.